Good morning. Good morning, my people. Muni Mutia. Well, today seems like it's going to be a rainy day, or at least it's going to be a very cloudy day. It's sad, it's somber. The mood is not bright enough like most of the other days. I hope you guys had a good night. I had a not very pleasant night because of the flu. The flu comes along with headaches. For me, the flu also comes along with bad dreams. I don't like it. And it takes a lot of time. It takes a long time before I get any flu like sickness. But when I get it, it doesn't treat me very well. And I got it from a baby. We work with a lady that has a baby. I realize a baby yasiga buli muntu senyiga. Senyiga w'abaana abatoya ate yaluma bubi nnyo. But good morning, Moyombia Mark, good morning, Waboyi Nelson, Patrick Yo Portrait Farm. John's info to see me, Eddie Brigitte, Kakai, Ivan Kayuchin, Sereko Starch, good morning. Omni Wandiambi, good morning. Ronald Muchwa, good morning. Mugalasi Joshua Mix Farm, good morning. Sebu Gwao Medi. Paul Sema VIP, Louis, Fahad Lubuka, Ronald Muchwa, Nathan, Council Patrick Asiku, Wandera Joshua, Nampija Juliet, good morning. I hope you guys are having a good morning wherever you are. Whether it's this dark, obanga joli omusana gwaka, obanga enkube etonya, because I suspect there are places that have rain right now, yeah? One way if enkuba as we speak, I made sure the boys also carry the raincoats, just in case enkube etonye, baberenga ate waba bagenda okuzanya, tebagamba mbu ate. Pade, you guys will be surprised. The thing that took away my hiccups wasn't medicine. So when naguze buli obukerenda, nga nabunguziza tabukakasa, I feared. So I get to office and we have a dude at office, and this dude, everyone says, before you take medicine, ask him. He has taken all sorts of medicine. He just has asthma. He knows every medicine. So I call him and I tell him I have hiccups, blah, blah, blah. And then I send him the medicine that Yabadani recommend is one of the medicine. And I tell him, okay, psychotic, antipsychotic drugs, something like that. And I tell him, but it has been recommended that it works. So he says, let me go and ask. He goes to a pharmacy. But as he goes to a pharmacy, I have a habit of eating apples. So I grab an apple and I start eating an apple. And the hiccups had disappeared. I could feel like they wanted to come back, but they had disappeared. And then I realized that I think, depending on what triggers the hiccups, they can go with different things. So yesterday's hiccups went by me eating an apple, and yesterday I ate 3 apples. And I normally eat apples. Some days I eat only fruits. Then I also took lemon water, lemon ginger. Someone recommended the same last time, lemon ginger. So I took that the entire day. So during the day, I felt a little better. The flu was almost disappearing. Then I went home. I wasn't taking the same. And yeah, that's how I had very bad flu at night and bad dreams. Normally when I have flu, I have bad dreams. Juliet, hiccup mnange yote boito negenda. It did not, I just ate 1 apple, hiccup negenda. Ronald M. Cassandra VIP, good morning. Lubudwa Chris Fitness. Chechiriwo. Mundaba bwenkedde olwaleero. Okay, they no dala. At least I'm sure some people don't believe that I come from Matuga every day, but I come from Matuga every day. I think the body adjusts. The body adjusts somehow. Of course, mine hasn't adjusted 100%, but yeah, it will adjust. So guys, today is Lifestyle Wednesday, and I have a question that was someone asked me how they should approach it. Now, this person has a friend of theirs. They have tried everything to help them get in touch with their hygiene, to help them get better. Now mutwala njagula perfume, amulaze lotion za ino kozesa, amulaze wa ino gulengo ezali za bei nnyo, saluni eza layisi, wagula engatto za layisi. Okitegeera, this person has hinted to their friend that okunaba at least naba bwoba tonabye ku machakali naba at least olweggulo and stuff like that. But you remember that there is a time I talked about old people smell, and this person says mukwano gwe muvubuka naye atandise okunyanga abakadde, talina hygiene, perfume gye yasembayo olwasembayo yamugulira perfume ye gye yasembayo okwekuba. Okitegeera, and agamba mukwano gwe na struggling with dating. Ate ya muri munda awulira nti the reason why their friend is struggling with dating is because tali hygienic bulungi. Buli muntu agala okubeera n'omuntu awunya obulungi, nga bwakuhaginga omuwa amaanyi, bwakubeera okumpi omuwa amaanyi, naye kati agamba bimugambye emirundi ng'ena omuntu takyusa. So they are asking, how should they approach this? Because muli alaba kino ekintu kya affecting even their socialization skill. Buli muntu gwalimu datinga, yeye kaya ata datinga. Okitegeera, kati kimu affecting abeera n'obusungusungu, ayinza n'okutandika okulowooza nti waliwo ebimutambulirako bamuloga, so nga ate tebamuloga ye ng'omuntu teyeefuddeko. So how would you advise this person? Advise nze munne emirundi mingi, olumu n'amugulira ne ku bintu, n'amugulira ku perfume, akoze eki, naye omuntu aganye okukyusa. So right now their question is, how should they approach this person? Okakasa okulaba nti omuntu ono atandika okubeera hygienic naye nga ate tamunyiigidde, because ye kyasinga okutya that this person will actually get angry at them for telling them so many times about how to be clean, be smart, smell good and all those things. So how do you advise this person approaches it? Sorry about the flu. With those concoctions you are taking, also look through your sleep hygiene. The body needs more to heal, more rest to heal. At sleep hygiene checho obuyonjo bwokwebaka oba okwebaka ennyo, because that's another thing. Sleep hygiene chechi Chris Fitness oleka gamba hygiene ne sleep oba mixing ebintu bingi. I know we nebaka walungi, and I hadn't noticed that a clean place is a clean place until we started doing finishing on our house. Kati nsuda mu kisenge kyange mbeera nga asula mu hoteli. The last time I slept at a hotel, we were working with Total, and I had 3 teams, one in Hoima, one in Masakan, one in Mubena, and they were sleeping in some of the best hotels. That's what Total does. And the feeling I had last was when I was in those hotels, and then I finished our bedrooms and it started feeling like I'm in a hotel. So yes, sleep hygiene is good if that's what you mean. Chris Fitness. Good morning, Damulira Collins. So guys, how would you advise this person to approach the issue of advising their friend to start being a little bit kempt and smart without offending them? Because achimugami mirundi mingi that now they feel if they say it again, they will offend this person. How would you advise it? Now, this is a topic that we would normally talk about on Lifestyle Wednesday. When I reached campus, when I started dating Mama Aban, before she was Mama Aban, at that time we were still dating. In the Naringo, because I used to drive a car, and driving a car at campus, I was the only person that owned their own car. There was another dude that was driving a car at campus. So I was the only person that owned their own car at campus. And then I used to believe I would come to campus musapatu okitegeera nga sisanirira. Of course I didn't like combing hair, era nga bwe munda benna kusonya sisanirira nnyo kiri awo. So I would literally just, sometimes I would come olwokuba navuganga emmoroka ng'ebintu ebisigadde sibifaako, And then she would tell me, she would tell me a lot. Of course, me, I wasn't like this guy. This person, I think, is worse. Like I would buy perfumes because I liked chicks. I find that when I was in senior one, I did not like showering. I did not like showering. Then I started dating this chick called, wanting to date this chick called Susan. I told you about this dude. And then I realized Susan was very smart. She was very clean. She was very hygienic. So we had to match up. That's the time we started ironing our clothes. The time we started showering, even in the morning at 5 a.m. You wake up and shower. Then we started buying roll-ons because of the chick. I started being clean only because we were trying to target certain chicks. So I find that one of the things that keeps men hygienic is the chicks, and I know that one of the things that keeps chicks hygienic is the guys they want, the guys they like. You get it? So I find that one of the things that keeps people. But what's the other thing that makes men hygienic? Church motivating or hygienic. I find that one of the things that right now, apart from the chicks, of course, now my sons motivate me because I want my sons to have a role model. There are things I do simply for my sons. The way I sit, the way I talk, you get it? My work ethic. There are times I pick my kids from school and I take them to my workplace, and I just have to act a certain way for them to see their dad working hard. Because my youngest son normally tells me, Daddy, talk to your friends to give you a lot of work so that you get a lot of money. And that's something that one of my workmates said, Arthur, you should record this thing and play it for the guys for the love of cars, calculated pre-purchase inspection. It was really nice. So he says that literally every evening. Daddy, talk to your friends to give you a lot of work so that you make a lot of money. You get, because that's, I make sure that now I'm teaching them to live on a budget. And I think they still have the belief that you only live on a budget when you don't have a lot of money. So they keep telling me, Daddy, get a lot of work and make a lot of money. You get, like in the evening when I take them to my workplace, there is a canteen and I make sure I give them 1K each. And I tell them, guys, you have 1K each. Now, if you also want a soda, the best way for you to do it, you use 1,000 to buy something to eat, use 1,000 to buy a soda, and you share the soda. So they have their water bottles. So they decide on which soda to buy, and then we get the soda and we split it into half and put it in their water bottles. And then they also use the other 1K to buy food. So for them right now, it hasn't dawned on them that it's just good to live by a budget. So for them, instead of learning that, now they are still telling me that you should get work, a lot of work, and make a lot of money so that you can buy us the things we want. You get, but that also is motivation. Okay, so guys, today Lifestyle Wednesday, and of course when we talk about these things, I know there are friends here that are also struggling with the things that we are talking about. You get, you remember there is a time I was asking you about old people smell. Old people smell is funny. Old people smell is that smell that your grandmother had, your grandfather had. You get, all the old people have the same smell, yeah? And globally they smell the same way. You go to the UK and old people smell the same way. I think it comes with age. And someone was saying it starts at 30. And the day I saw that video, I read more about it, and they said I'm one of the guys that as long as I had perfume on me, I did not care about lotion. The next day I told Mama Aban, buy me a lotion. So now I apply lotion on my body as well. Why? Because I'm trying to fight the old people smell. You never know, it has come, and the people that have the old people smell don't even know. It's a funny thing. Banabantu no bonna balinda taxi mubalaba tubayise ko ali mukona ne wano baba no wano kitegeza taxi zibuze kitegeza mu kibuga waliyo jam yetulaga mulengera jam wali kasozi ngenda virako wali netolole kizo waliwo jam ne mu kibuga general waliyo jam yonna. So guys, omuntu ono agamba mukwano gwe amuyitiriddeko agezezzaako buli kimu, omusajja teyeefaako. How do they advise this person to start taking care of themselves? Arthur amazima galuma. To some people, they could tell you something or was bayimba. So our friends, those friends of ours, style up. Let him care about himself, because generation, no one loves younger your search. How does he approach? Tagada kumunyiza agamba nyizo geno kumugamba gali nanchawa buchayi. So how should they start kaliwamu kano mukalabi kaliwamu kaglanza kati akosebo milioni 7-8 kola ako bwaba akatunda nokatunda izo batatunda ako. This is where the VITS RS was modeled from. The VITS is the modification of the starlet, but then this is the VITS RS is the modification of the starlet glanza. Kaliwamu baba. So ante moroke za EFI sizagala, I would definitely drive this thing. It looks sexy. Ne moroka dizile kusikaketi muze ate nga akozi ya sende. Nyumano waliwe kubona aliwo bali gwa walino. Tugoberere. Simanje ligwejo kangende kulidi. Ronald Mucho is telling you guys like the broadcast. Atha bwembanze ntandika omugamba amazima so that nakimanya kubabanga mba mukwano gwe atenga ampuliriza. Abantu abamu banyiga Juliet, and that's probably why this person is scared. Lwakuba kali mu red Presidential Antonio akalabye oba ate President Antonio yagala ebintu ebitategerekeka. The road is not actually freaking increase, wano katolawo tuli watukutte kitegeze eri ensambya wansi wakutte njagala kuvira ku kali akakola ku kali akawali wansi ate simanyi je kalaga yakana ali badde mpitamu. Via Kevin wewa. I think I don't know where Kevin is. John's info. Kali akakubo ke kapsula ku Kevin wala no wale kate watambula nange kanchu kangende. Let's go gamble guys. Kasta tuli wamu kasta ndi namwe ate bwemba namwe nyina kyentya ntyakola misango kyokka naye amakubo tujja gabeera mu tugalambule. Tujja gabeera mu amakubo tugalambule katumale gaita kale akakubo tulabe kukagwa. I think I need to learn all these roads, so that's it. So guys, today's Lifestyle Wednesday and we're advising someone who wants to advise their friend for the 5th time to take care of themselves. They say their friend doesn't smell good, their friend doesn't look smart, their friend doesn't take care of their hair, their friend mukwano gwe amusobedde. And they want to advise them, but they don't want the friend to actually be, don't want the friend to be angry. Skako maso. Katumale gaita mukana akakubo. Tulabe ekiddako panga. Aha, kati ono wa space yona ateko okuba yamanje tulaga. Kale, n'abalaba manje tulaga. So guys, how do you advise a friend of yours? Go advise them in mingi yefeko ngate yefako, because before you know it, that friend of yours bwabate yefako kati obudde buyinzo mugenda kati natandika okufukira ekizibu. Okitegera jana atandikira mbasawo ne batandika omugamba mukwano gwa kuli okumpi yani mukwano gwo yakuli okumpi akuloga mukwano gwo yakuli okumpi. Okay, nzirewa tumaleyo ndabyo na yambuka wano naye. Okubula kugenda okubeera wano my people. Ndabika mbadde nnyina kwambuka wali. Kyekyo kyennyini kyogambye. Jones, kyekyo kyennyini kyogambye kuba ndaba n'owa taxi. oli adda wali kyekyo kyennyini kyogambye amakubo geno ojja gayiga mpola mpola eno Jones info ekisiza gobeera eno kokale kakayina gye kagwa naye ndaba buli omu akyami. There must be a reason lwaki buli omu look at these beautiful flats. Amakubo tujja gayiga bulungi. Now this is the place that people would want to live. The only problem with these roads is they go back security lights, and when a road like this doesn't have security light, it's very clear even for the thieves to see you. Nice buildings, right? Zimbabwe apartment bonga buno bwebuti and baja ne bapangisa obwo. Eko amaka yakakubo kembadde njagalo gwako kagwa wano. Let the advisor just be exemplary whenever he approaches the advisor. Anti wandera kiyinza okubanga tekikoze ebi exemplary nonga olumu tebikola. Oyambala bulungi omuntu alowooza by'oyambadde bya bbeeyi nnyo, wekuba akawo omuntu alowooza akawo ka bbeeyi nnyo, okitegeera. Yet now I find that Uganda has very cheap perfumes. For example, you can get even oil perfumes ze batunda even over 10k. Okitegeera oba toguze ziri perfumes amwe ziri too much processed. You get the oil perfumes at like 8k. Even if you don't want those perfumes, you can buy roll-ons as low as 7k. You can get one of those Vita body splashes. Rise to greatness. Good morning, Michael. Kakati neno jetuli. Tuwe katufuluma nsambya tuyingira katwe. Sije chowa nange. Yono teri bupande. So guys, banange, I was supposed to start by apologizing. Eguro computer ngibade bajikozesa. So I could not compile my report on the Excel. But I'll do that report tomorrow. Kubali yote bagenda koza machine yange. I have it in an Excel. I have to just go through it to make sure that it's proper, and then I'll even upload a link for you guys to go and look through the figures yourselves. I said, like, I literally use, I have a full tank and a half every day. Guys, so I'll share my experience with Excelium tomorrow, and then I'll also share an Excel sheet here in the posts for you to look at and see. One walo garage. Harulina mara yeno went. Wali waba okwetolola muneno yona of course wali okwetolola mune jama anywa amafuta okusinga emoroka etambula. My moroka etambule kuwa that thingy of progress, you keep moving forward. Arthur, there are people you look stupid to them when you give them advice. I don't advise more than thrice. I can't walk over muntu. Because I find that, hey, you guys, you remember this is where I came last time, eh? You remember this place? Kata wansi katwe. Ne pallets zizi no. Excuse me. Akana kachi tukoze bananga. Ate no ka baby munoza kaweza ya emyezi 5. Ne Chris Fitness kyogambye ekyokweba katandibanga kituufu. Otutumbula banna. Nze newe ngenda okwebaka kusaawa. Wesanga nebase mukaaga oturonga tetujja. Kyokka ate I wake up like 5 latest. Ebiseera ebisinga I wake up at 4 a.m. I find that maybe the sleep is also something that affects me. I'm going to start taking naps at work. I think the naps will also help me a little bit. The naps will help me. Or napping na habit. It has to be a habit. It has to be something that I plan, because of course my sleep cycle was totally distorted. Was distorted. You know, you want to rise to greatness, man. jemanyi ate kalika jamu nze kyekisibwagala ku jamu anywa amafuta n'okusinga emmoroka etambula. Jeremiah Dilton, yes, I would love to play Vibes Cartel, but those songs are copyrighted, and yeah. And I called on musicians, people that do music in Uganda, to give me their music. Of course, they have to give me written consent. And then someone gave me their music, and it wasn't really good. I think the recording studio was not so good. The balancing was not done very well. I think Kali, the mastering had a problem. We have seen people that can't sing at all. They go to a good studio and the music is nice. The only time you know that they can't really sing is if they are put on the stage to sing live. You get music it was badly done. So I could not. And I was asking myself, how do you do 12 songs? Your music is not that good. It is something that happened. And I listened to all of them, and there's no way I was going to tell someone that has 12 songs that, you know what, guy, your songs don't sound good. But that's what happened. So if you're a singer there and your music is actually good, I don't mind playing it here. But it better be music that has vibe. There is a song I'm going to test. I'm going to bring a song and try it here. Broadcast I think the guy has like 2 songs. Yeah, Tanans I need a consent. He has to sign for me consent before I start playing his songs. Yeah, no manyo muntu ayinza okugira enyimba zange zizanye kubwerere ate wajanaga atha live broadcast zo zakuwanga sente kanange empaako emyaka eno badde okozesa okitegeera naye nga ate live broadcast nazo tezirina sente zezireeta okitegeera because olumu YouTube ayinza okukwaya 3 olumu neetakuwa nemala emyezi ngenda nga tufunye sente okitegeera and people never really understand that YouTube doesn't actually pay like that. And okujja kongo ina something that is mainstream content nga ebya aromatic nti bakadama basiiba okunga balaba episode noteekayo ne balaba okitegeera. But even though daba ne aromatic naye bambi agezaako n'akolayo show za La Bonita n'agendako mu byalo. It's basically because YouTube pays, but it's not as lucrative as we want to make it sound. I used to see people and abasajja abamu abakulu nga ndowooza nti bakola nnyo ssente paka bwe bagoba omwana w'omu kwabo abasajja fees ne ngamba bano nabo babagoba fees okitegeera. We only listen to Bugum. We are going to bring other songs. After copyright doesn't work in Uganda, we play anything. Auntie Kabali Moses, in Uganda maybe copyright doesn't work, but YouTube is a different country. YouTube is a country of its own. Other problem is we have friends that don't want to tell us the truth. They fear you to hurt your feelings. Then you wonder which friends those are. I was talking to some girls I work with, and we were talking about who your true friend is. And one of these girls has a sister that is really close to her that I've met multiple times. And I was asking her, how many friends of yours can you call at 11 p.m. and they would stand and come and be with you or come and assist you? And it's only that sister of hers. And you know, she was saying that you need to have a lot of friends, you're a people person, bichi. I said, like, you see what, you're more of a people person than me, but you have only one person that is always there for you. That's who your true friend is. So when that person comes to you and they say, you know what, you should never get angry at them, because they are doing it for your own for your own benefit. I'm one person. In the past I made some very big mistakes, and I had friends that I was literally staying with in my house, and these friends of mine never advised me at all. So after I realized my mistakes, I got to one of the friends and asked him, yeah, where were you? So for me, from that time on, I say things the way they are. But when she does something that is not nice, I will tell her. Because 10 years from now or 3 years from now, when she realizes the mistake she made, she would go back in time and say, hey, Arthur Yangamba. And for me, that's the one thing that I've stuck to. Nze nebo nchawa, nebo ngato damu kunyega, nesonyiwa, sagara kudamu kudaba, it's okay, I will go away. Ngenja kuvaunga anshimanyi, I did the right thing. Which take it now, like the person that is asking for advice, ya tiyoku muchawa. Nze nga Arthur sibitia. Sibitia bu nchawa warabaja kunjagara. That's life. I find that having worked with actors for a very long time, I've worked with actors that were really good and they just left without even saying mutu kakulunakula show actor na atajja ngata abadde mulungi ngambutu, their impact is going to be felt. But when they don't come, somehow you make it with the bad actor, and the bad actor doesn't do that bad, and then you train the bad actor, and the bad actor becomes good, and over time the bad actor performs even better than the other actor you would have missed. Right? So knowing that people can go and you can always replace them, of course some people the replacement happens, but their impact cannot be made by other people, but still you move on. What I've learned is life is entirely about you. No one is coming. People are bad. Dennis Mawanda. People are not bad. Traffic is crazy there. I'm from Florida, USA. How is Florida? Good morning, Derek. Dennis, me, I don't believe that people are bad, but I happen to believe that people are selfish. Naturally, we are all selfish. You get? We serve our own self-interests. It starts even when you go back to like Jesus, when he went to the the church, the synagogue where they were selling stuff. At the moment when he was throwing the traders things, he wasn't thinking about anything but himself. So that was a selfish move, yeah, that Jesus did. It was really selfish. Even God is a selfish God. I've heard self-D people saying that God is selfish. He wants what he wants. He doesn't care about you. He wants what he wants. If you don't do what he wants, you go to hell. So I find that selfishness is something that is created with us. Even God himself knows that he himself is selfish. But if God says do not kill, if you kill, you go to hell. You get it? So people are not bad. I find that if you don't serve people's interests, they will not come to your rescue. So you always have to, like Katifabali performing at Sabasaba sponsorship all the time. You go to ask for sponsorship from Coca-Cola, then they'll ask for what is in it for me. It's business. It's just that people will want to benefit from their relationship with you, and laws and friendships are supposed to be as long as someone is just supposed to like you for nothing. Like they come to your rescue when you call them, even when nothing. But Arthur, I checked on your WhatsApp. You haven't checked in. Oh, I'm going to check in. Now those messages that come at night, I struggle with sleep these days. Kati, I keep my phone far away from me. But I'm going to check, Eric, and get back to you. Jeremiah, which side of Florida are you? I'm in Jacksonville. Katanse networking one. Where is Didi? Corona. God forgive us. God forgives us as well. Kazoba BL, thank you. God forgives, but you know you have to serve his interest as well. You have to apologize. Kazoba BL is saying copyright stuff is being brought up in Parliament now and again. Don't risk with the implications it could bring. Exactly. There is a video I saw of a Ugandan that went to Germany, I think, and he had been downloading movies. And the moment he steps in Germany, he received an intention to sue. They were telling him he downloaded movies and you owe us over 10,000 euros. Now again, and bargaining, but still he paid. Personally, I don't download movies. I don't download music. I try as much as possible to respect copyright. There is no genuine place to buy movies. So we just go to Gazaland and we put a flash and they give us movies. I would pay for Netflix, but for Katinze, we had to get the time to even use use our phones. I use the phone for working and all that. Twagala well produced with good message. Muwulidde bannanga bagenda okumpa music. Bagala raga. Saith Munange, thank you for asking. I did not deal with a hiccup. So what happened is I was scared of taking the tabs, yeah? I was scared of taking the tabs, but when I got to office, normally when I get to office, I have someone buy me apples. So I started eating my apple, and before the first apple was done, the hiccup was gone. So I did not do anything. I just ate an apple, and the hiccup was gone. Maybe it was because of hunger. Other problem is you have friends, okay, you saw me. Nekirala abantu baagala nnyo eddagala ly'emikisa. So kati ntandika okumuwa habo w'olusu nga mugamba anaabe nga mugamba ery'emikisa naye nampijja bukodyo nga bungi. Ate kati bw'onoolekera eddagala ly'emikisa bwe linaagituuka nga terikola naye naye ebyo eddagala by'ompa okunaaba tebikola. Or what are you going to do? So guys, today is Lifestyle Wednesday, and the topic in the house is a friend. Someone wants to advise a friend for the 5th time to take care of themselves, to look good, to smell good, you get. But because they have advised their friend so many times, now they are confused. How do I approach it? But there is even a time they took this person, na muwira perfume. Na yo perfume je yasembe muwira, orije yakomako taddanga. Agamba, omuntu ono muvubuka na yatandise owunyanga abakadde. Okitegeera. And they're asking themselves, kakati, how do I advise this person to start taking care of themselves? Kati mumwe ku magezi, how should they approach the idea of advising this person? Abai, mwawulira ebintu ya didi nti abadde akabasanya abasajja abakulu. Ate nno mulimu every person gwabadde akabasanya ng'afuna award. Bwe yakabasanya Burna Boy n'afuna Grammy. Even Eddie Kenzo. I don't know if that article that I saw in Rwandese was right or it was fake news. That in buli muntu gwabadde akabasanya, somehow you get a leap in your career and you become one of the best. You get. They were pointing to names, and that literally every time you go to Didi, I don't know if he did it, but that every time you went to Didi, your career would explode. It would become somehow magically you'd start winning awards even when you did not deserve them. You'd get a lot of wealth and all those things. You get it? So for the guys that follow that side of the world better than I, how true is the thing with Didi? Bitufu! And what kind of magic does Didi have that the moment he does whatever he wants with you, you get success? Akakuba mukale katandikiriza. After we want revolutionary songs by His Excellency Bobby Wine. Omni wandiambi, unless one of you can connect me to Bobby Wine, ngende ansainingire consent form ezikuba music we wano. There are songs that I would love to play here, but because I don't have consent, to play them. I can't. I'm an artist, and I understand what it means to feel like someone is benefiting from your music and you're not getting a cut. Because whatever, when I play music on the broadcast, for example, it's very hard to know what amount of revenue is coming from the songs. So it would be very hard for me to say now guno mwezi YouTube empadde emitwalo 10 katika nkuweka ebiri ajja gamba umpe ebiri ojimputyanga music wangu wakubanga mpe emitwalo 8 music wange yayimirizangawo live broadcast yo. So it's very hard for you to gauge which percentage of the revenue is coming from the music and which percentage of the revenue is coming from the fact that the broadcast has been here for some time. And I find that that's the reason probably why Uganda UPRS, what the copyright thing, the Uganda Performing Rights Society made sure that radios pay at once. Togenda gamba nti buli muyimbi buli luyimbo lusasule. So what a radio does is it pays UPRS some money every year, and UPRS decides which person it gives a lot of money and which person it gives very little. And even discotheques, what discotheques do is they pay UPRS some amount of money, and then they can play whatever Ugandan song they want. Maybe I can explore that angle. I go to UPRS and I tell them I run a YouTube channel and I would like to play some Ugandan music, and then I pay them, so that then if I have that certificate, then I can play whichever Ugandan artist music I want. You get? I'm going to explore that. I'll send them an email to Labe. That's the angle that restaurants pay, hotels pay, nightclubs pay, about disco bonabonai. That's why you find even the guys, the video library guys are Basala music. They pay UPRS money, and then UPRS decides how Posh Cayenne Mujilabi, and then UPRS decides nenza Posh Cayenne tenda bikira bulungi, Tigwani enda bikira bulungi okusinga Cayenne eyo. And then UPRS decides how to distribute the money. So let me see if I can go that angle, and then we can discuss about which songs to play here. You get it? Because there are songs that are really nice that you guys would ideally listen to, but copyright is a very delicate subject to me as an artist, and so I would like to try and respect it as much as possible. JK, good morning. Tuli wano twogera omusajja agamba mukwano gwe teyeefaako tawunya bulungi, tayambala bulungi, tasanirira nviiri, engato ziba nkyafu, and ali mu kwebuuza yakagamba mukwano gwe n'emirundi ena. Guy, do this namuguya ne ku perfume, naye perfume gye yasembayo okugula gayo gye yasemba okukozesa teyeefaako. Kati agamba omundi ogwokutaano approaching atya, so that this guy doesn't get angry at them, because clearly they have tried. So how do you advise this person approaches it? They don't get the no dollar. Kangene tabule nimu yange ne jinga. Nsobolo malako olunaku lwange nga kasenyiga nkakujemanye naku nga 3 kasenyiga kajja bakagenze. Guys, and this advice is for me, guys. You know, advice young. How many of you guys have had a habit of biting nails? I find that in our family we struggle with that a lot. I don't know, it might be a psychological thing to do with stuff that we have gone through as when we are growing up. How do you go about not biting your nails if you have ever had the habit of biting your nails? How do you stop yourself from biting your nails? Personally, I've picked up eating these pumpkin seeds. I normally bite my nails, especially when I'm the morning when I'm driving, when I'm in the office, and I'm thinking. And so I buy these pumpkin seeds, and because as I eat the pumpkin seeds, I don't get the space to bite my nails. But how do you go about that? Since it's Lifestyle Wednesday, nachoka nchibabuze. How did you stop? And of course, they tell us things like put things on your fingernails and all those things, but those things don't work. Okay, they work temporarily, and then you look at your nails, and your nails look really nice, and then you just quit. And then you just quit. So how did you go about stopping that habit? Mr. Arthur kanabe kana nkomyewo okusoma. Bring in a close person, are you getting a point blank? Or what did to tell him, let him give him the broadcast. And Arthur. Arthur, we want revolutionary songs by Bobby Wine. Let me see an approach to that. Omanyika tebuzi wabuli kunyimba za Uganda. Ntugo yinzo gena no sasula UPRS, you play the music here. Nyoro kuba zili ku YouTube, ate the artist, the individual artist, najja nayagala striking account yo. Ate ogenda kwesanga channel yo baji striking nga ate wasasula no kusasula. But artists by Uganda, I find that they don't know how to tebamanyi business bulungi. Yebwa akola oluyimba bwato lokuba yotekamu emitwalo 8 atekamu video ya milioni 3. Asubira buli muntu azanyo oluyimba olwo lumukoledde sente. I remember there is a book we wanted to do for high school. The very first time we were doing the play, we had like 3 other plays that we were doing, so it was play number 4. And then we get an intention to sue, and these guys said they wanted 50%. Of course, I gave them 40%, and I said I wasn't going to do the play again. And then Nembagamba nekati mwabalo was anti, your book is the one that is selling my company. It's not. And indeed, they kept the book. I did not do it again. Nabone baka nekabalema. Then eventually mbandi ya unga ba nkubira ata tubade twagala tukole nawe ngoko mbanza akatapo kamasicha akagala temuyinza kubanga mubadde mukimanya. I was rehearsing the book, and you wait to send me an intention to sue the day before I'm performing that book. Ngate I had already talked to the publisher nangamba, go ahead with rehearsals, we can talk about the rights later. So but artists be Uganda, mathematics wa business achabalemi okumanya wakitegera bakyalemedde okuchovola maga. It's very hard for like this broadcast bwe nkuba oluyimba lwa Bobby Wine. His team might not understand that the broadcast has been here before the Bobby Wine song. Okitegera ne bajja ne baagala nti kale bwokola emitwalo 2 ku YouTube tuweke emitwalo 18 gosigaze 2 kuba kuba oluyimba lwa Bobby Wine. That's how artists think. So it's a little bit complicated, but I'm going to see the best way I can approach it. That's why I was trying to keep it in the video, that an individual artist oba Chris Fitness ngoyo nga ino oluyimba signing the consent that he has allowed me to play his music for free. And then he gives me a period. After this period, don't play my song again in Chiveko. That's how we do with DSTV. They take your show. They say, we have signed a contract. It expires in 2025. After 2025, you can sell your song to whoever you want, your show to another TV station. But before that, we own the rights. We can play it whatever we want. You get it? A prophet respected everywhere else except their hometown. They may listen to others better. Oh. When I look at the rich and famous, I go slow, knowing where they get their money. They should just tell their friends the way it is, period. Over pulling handbrake, chirunji naye. Dennis Mawan, handbrake taina tagari. Handbrake is braking. Like okusinga okuteka ekigere kibere ku brakes. You just put the handbrake, no silika. None of us here can tell the truth about Didi. We are following the news, and none is privy to Didi's inner circle. Exactly, JK. But Mr. Arthur, if you're a grown-up person like me, how can you convince me to and drive me in reverse? When you incite me, and we don't know if he actually did it. Like me, nzenga Arthur bwentuula wanwe, ne bagamba didi nti abaddaali abasajja banne, and then I look at the bijujulu we have. Ninga kati nenva kuchine ekikazi, nenva kuchi, nengenda ku musajja munnange. Waliwo ekitagatta. Okitegeere? katonda yatukolera ebikazi wano ng'ova ku kikazi ng'ogenda ku musajja muno sibitegeera na bitegeera era kyovula baali bayisa anti homosexuality act nze natya namu neŋŋamba kakati bino ebintu bye bitumenya omuntu watuukira okuva ku bakazi bano bonna be tulina agenda ku musajja muno obwongo oba tebukola etteeka terigenda mulemesa era bakyabikola okitegeera amugambe nti awunya bubi. That's something I can easily tell someone I call a friend, then go ahead and suggest remedies. Okay, tako amugamba if not afune oyogwa kirizamu ennyo gwatya it will be okay. I used to bite my nails too, but I took a conscious decision to stop. How do you I've taken a conscious decision, I don't know how many times, but somehow every time I get either too busy or too thoughtful ngebintu oba bitambula oba tebitambula nyizo okubeera nga nibirozo genda okulaba ng'olulumye. And you know the biting of nails is not something that is actually bad. Okay, it's bad, but no one does it nti akikola mbubi. You bite one piece of the nail and then you figure it's not smart enough and then you want to bite more of it to make it smarter, and before you know it literally the entire nail is apply red pepper on your fingers, mission accomplished. Whoa, ebyo nabikola so kano omuntu nako nagwako. Biting my nails, doctors told me if I don't stop, infections won't stop. Instead of falling sick, najivako nzate sifuna infection. Dennis, that's the thing, I'd never get infections. Era nyino lunaku lumu nafuna infection naye nalaba omusawo like yankuba bukubi abasajja tebalwala infection. You remember that time when I naleka gundi ku mukono. Any habit can be foregone if you reset your mind, and any habit is learnable, depends on what you want. Bro, talk about Noah 2008-2009 incha amlope wa Alex Mukuru. Alex Mukuru, I use him for reference in my directing classes. I use him. Anyway guys, kamba sibule senyigo ntampisa bulungi amaso gange sengo galaba no galaba ga red no kuba they are red. Why? Because amaso ganuma no kunoma. I think what Chris Fitness has said is probably true. I need to sleep a little bit more as well. Ndoza senyiga rwana aona amango kamba sibule banange muyombya Mark Waboye Nelson, Patrick Yo Poultry Farm, John's Info to see me, Eddie Brige, Kakai, Ivan Kayuchi, Nsereko Starch, Omni Wandiambi, Ronald Muchwa, Mugalasi Joshua Mix Farm, Sebugwa Medi, Paul Sema VIP, Louis, Fahad Lubuka, Ronald Muchwa, Nathan, Kanso Patrick Asiku, Wandera Joshua, Nampija Juliet, Wema Tuga, Patrick Rio Poultry Farm, Nkumaze, Joseph Basimba. Yes, Ronald M. Kasendwa VIP. Bana Ronald M. Kasendwa obugalobo ono musajja yakyasinza okubeera mu VIP club. Mulaba kasitake kayero. Tava malaika asasule myezi nga 12. Ro alubulwa Chris Fitness Nampija Juliet. Nampija okiriza nti nva matugga. Oyinza okukikiza nti nva matugga every day. Ka distance keyongera mwana, I think the distance wouldn't be the problem if there was no jam. Nayo ina wotukanga ka jam kakutte wandege ya waliwo ka jam bwayise waliyo ka jam kwe gamba. But still, regardless we move. Dumba Collins, Kagwa Dennis, Wandera Joshua, Ben Kako, King Chris, John's Info, Rise to Greatness, Musema Saddam, JK, Mikel UG, Dennis Mawanda, Jeremiah Dillon, Oba Dillon, it must be Dillon. A big artist, Kabali Moses, Kazoba BL, Derek Lule. Bane mwe bali kubera ku broadcast abategera je ntunudde mu manje ntunudde. Corona, Nicholas Sebulime, Saith Kagaba, Brighton Machines, John Paul, Brian Wanyama, Athanze Senyiga na Mugoba, Remedy nzina. Remedy chisoko mpeko ku remedy ezo Joshua nga sinava wano. Edakika zine 5 muzinsigemu, nsobolozi koyesa okumula nga sinagenda mu office. Senyiga ono tampisiza bulungi olwaleero. Naye nga Joshua soko mpe remedy ezo nga sinagenda. Soko mpe remedy ngende nazo nga nzitegedde. Kuba bangambye enimu ne jinga yesterday during the day byankoledde ne mala ko lunaku ngali bulungi, but then at night and you see in the morning I'm not really good even now. Mama Aban Mugambe enamba ya chiki. Joshua, let me send her a WhatsApp message now. Kachiki bali bakaitani Joshua kuba sikajukira manya. Kachiki bali bakaitani. Nenedda butwa saving enambe twagitekako erinnya Joshua. Kamugama ampeereze enambe eyo njikuweereza saawa eno. Data we Kampala mukikola mutya naye. Then it's tumalako. Tumalako. When you have nothing to do, you find a way. Kati tumalako kati. For example, I have the Airtel MiFi, and then I buy smart bundles on my phone. So chiribe chigwako, this still goes. Do steaming with metho plus onions and garlic. Okay. Okay. Metho. I actually have metho in my bag. Kale guys, kamba siwule mpumule mukatono nyonga sinadda mu office. Mukama bampero mukisa. I'll see you tomorrow on Talk Thursday. Ciao.